After his first conversation with the woman, the boy could sit there, oblivious to all other noises, but he still could not hear the bells from the drowned temple. Fishermen came and talked to him, insisting that they had heard the bells. But the boy never did. Some time later, however, the fishermen changed their tune. "You spend far too much time thinking about the bells beneath the sea. Forget about them, and go back to playing with your friends. Perhaps it's only fishermen who can hear them." After almost a year, the boy thought, perhaps they're right. I would do better to grow up and become a fisherman, and come down to this beach every morning, because I've come to love it here. And he thought, too, perhaps it's just another legend, and the bells were all shattered during the earthquake, and have never rung out since. That afternoon he decided to go back home. He walked down to the ocean to say goodbye. He looked once more at the natural world around him, and because he was no longer concerned about the bells, he could again smile at the beauty of the seagulls' cries, the roar of the sea, and the wind blowing in the palm trees. Far off, he heard the sound of his friends playing, and he felt glad to think that he would soon resume his childhood games. The boy was happy, and, as only a child can, he felt grateful for being alive. He was sure that he had not wasted his time, for he had learned to contemplate nature and to respect it. Then, because he was listening to the sea, the seagulls, the wind in the palm trees, and the voices of his friends playing, he also heard the first bell, and then another, and another, until, to his great joy, all the bells in the drowned temple were ringing. Years later, when he was a grown man, he returned to the village and to the beach of his childhood. He no longer dreamed of finding treasure at the bottom of the sea. Perhaps that had all been a product of his imagination, and he had never really heard the submerged bells ring out on one lost childhood afternoon. Even so, he decided to walk for a while along the beach, to listen to the noise of the wind and to the cries of the seagulls. Imagine his surprise when, there on the beach, he saw the woman who had first spoken to him about the island and its temple. "What are you doing here?" he asked. "I was waiting for you," she replied. He noticed that, despite the passing years, the woman looked exactly the same. The veil hiding her hair had not faded with time. She handed him a blue notebook full of blank pages. "Write. A warrior of the light values a child's eyes because they are able to look at the world without bitterness. When he wants to find out if the person beside him is worthy of his trust, he tries to see him as a child would. What is a warrior of the light?" "You already know that," she replied with a smile. "He is someone capable of understanding the miracle of life, of fighting to the last for something he believes in, and of hearing the bells that the waves set ringing on the seabed." He had never thought of himself as a warrior of the light. The woman seemed to read his thoughts. Everyone is capable of these things. And though no one thinks of himself as a warrior of the light, we all are. He looked at the blank pages in the notebook. The woman smiled again. "Write about the warrior," she said. A warrior of the light knows that he has much to be grateful for. Angels help him in his struggle. Celestial forces place each thing in its place, thus allowing him to give it his best.